myself and Stuart, and we're just about to take the SR22 from Knoxville back to London. So first day today, we're going to try and get up into Goose Bay. We're stopping off en route up to Bangor for some fuel, stopping in Bangor, clear customs and go out to Goose Bay. So everything's looking good, and you can see here that we're outside the delivery centre. Lots of aeroplanes around as always, and yeah, so it's looking good. And we're going to head up to Bangor and then Goose today.
Here we are, 9,000 feet in the cloud. Myself and Stuart, just between Knoxville and Papa Sierra Foxtrot. Just popping in there to pick up some fuel before we head off to Bangor, but you can see here that we're just routing ourselves around some moderate precipitation, as the controller told us. So it's a bit murky outside, losing sight of the surface now, but it's good, it's still smooth, and so sometimes the yellows on the screen are sometimes bumpy, sometimes not, but it seems to be going okay at the moment. But we're just heading around the edge of it just to make sure that we're not going to bounce ourselves around too much.
Right, next, so we're in Bangor, Maine. As you can see over there somewhere, you probably see the signpost saying Bangor, Maine.
Can't see it.
And yeah, so this is our finish of our second leg. This is our third leg. We're really making a push to get up to Goose Bay for this evening, so that we can try and get across to Nuuk in the morning, because the weather's coming through over the next few days. But yeah, it's all good. It's very nice here, sunny, can't complain. Actually a Vision jet parked over there as well, but I think that's just a local one. But yeah, so off we go up into Canada.
On our descent into Goose, just passing 11,300 feet on our way down to 3,500. We've done a lot of flying today. We've done 9 hours of flying so far today. We've got about 10 minutes to run. We came out of Knoxville into Pittsfield for some fuel, and then into Bangor, and then now we're on our way into Goose. And it's about 10 o'clock in the evening now, Canadian time, about 1 o'clock UTC. But everything's good. Long day of flying. But we're on our descent. It's pretty cold outside, and a little bit of cloud layer that we've just got to get ourselves through, but there shouldn't be any drama at all. And it's about -10 outside at the moment, but not too worried about us coming down through that little level of ice. Right, here we are between Canada and Greenland. On the SR22, we're at flight level 250, getting a nice true airspeed and ground speed there, a little bit of tailwind, which is going to increase a little bit later on as well. So you can see that we're just out of the Canadian coast, heading across to Nuuk. And what do we do to keep ourselves safe up here? Well, not only do we have a pulse oximeter to make sure we're okay with oxygen, but we are very much suited and booted. And we have oxygen masks on as well, so that's why I sound a little bit like a Dalek or Darth Vader as we're flying along here. So we got pulse oximeter, oxygen masks,
We've also got in the back of the aircraft our life jackets, and we also have our life raft as well. So we're in the cruise at the moment. We've got about 2 hours and 22 minutes to run to Greenland. Everything's looking good. Beautiful outside. Stunning weather at the moment. Had to get up above a little bit of icing level on the way, but everything's looking nice for our arrival into Nuuk.
Okay, so what's next? Well, we've just departed Nuuk, well, about an hour ago, and we're en route to Reykjavik now, and all we can see is ice, as far as we can see. So we're pretty much right over the middle of Greenland. You can see here, almost in the middle, and it's just ice as far as you can see. It may sometimes look like cloud, but in fact, if we look straight down, we can actually tell that it's ice and not cloud. So yeah, so amazing. So some pretty good views. As always, the cloud has disappeared for us this time, so fingers crossed we're going to get a really good view over the eastern side of Greenland, and might see some of the ice shelves and things like that. So yeah, so on our way to Reykjavik, and all looking good. Just crossing the east coast of Greenland. Amazing views when we get clear skies to cross here. A little bit further north than we might normally be if we're going down via Narsarsuaq. We'll be slightly further south, so a little bit further north on this ferry. You can actually see all the clouds over the coast. So it looks a bit strange to try and work out the difference between the ice and the clouds, but you can see the clouds off the coast in the valleys, where you sometimes have some bits there with a little bit of a glacier coming through into the sea,
November 270 Alpha Delta, Nuuk information, go ahead.
November 270 Alpha Delta, Delta Alpha 1527, flight level 120.
Here we can see just on the leading edge of the wing all the icebergs in the bays, and they're just breaking off from a glacier that is just under the wing now actually. The views here are beautiful today. Lovely and calm, smooth, no turbulence. There's the ice that's forming in the bay there. Yeah, amazing views. East coast of Greenland.
Day 3, we're in Iceland, in Reykjavik, and here's the aircraft. Stuart's just checking the oil, which is great. And yeah, so we're heading down to Wick today, and then hopefully down our last little leg down to Denham to deliver the aircraft. So weather's beautiful. It's going to be a good flight down into Wick, fingers crossed. But down into the middle part of the United Kingdom, it's actually pretty rainy and stormy and stuff like that, so we're just going to have to maybe dodge around a few bits of weather as we're going down in towards London. It's going to be very windy later on down into Denham as well. It's probably going to be gusting up to about 35 knots or so. So yeah, so all good so far, and we're just prepping the aircraft, going to get our suits on and off we go.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, be free with Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out.
final leg of the day, routing down from Wick down into Denham. So it's been a long trip, but now we're starting to get a little bit of weather, a little bit of ice on the aircraft as well. So picking up a bit of ice on the wings. You can see here we've got some ice on the windshield as well. We've just come out into the clear a little bit. The satellite weather is doing its job, telling us what's going on. And we can see there we've got a little bit of yellow. But in fact it's actually not too bad. We're just managing the ice. We're at about flight level 120, so just keeping ourselves below the oxygen level. So we don't have to wear the oxygen. However, we're doing okay. We've got 1 hour and 36 minutes to go. So we should end up back at Denham in just over an hour or so. And it's a little bit windy at Denham. We've got this front saw moving through, and we're expecting a wind of probably 20 knots down Denham's runway, 20 gusting 30. So should be okay, but looking forward to a sporty arrival.
our whole trip, but we've made it. So 265 Juliet is now at its home base in Denham, just to the northwest of London, and we've done 4,000 miles, about 24 hours of flying, and we've gone from Knoxville, Tennessee to Denham, London, England in 3 days. It's been a great trip. I want to thank Stuart for joining me along on the trip as well. It's been a fantastic company, and as far as the aircraft, didn't skip a beat. Absolutely fantastic. The aircraft's been awesome, and the trip's been fantastic, and we're now back in very, very sunny England, as you can see, and yeah, we've had a great time, and another delivery successfully completed.